Well done, team. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good work. Yes, good side step. Excellent. Working forward. Well done. Well done, team. Good. For Bunnings Homegrown Heroes, but mahi never stops. Thanks, mate. Okay, team, come on in. Let's go. Let's huddle up. Bring it in, guys. Nominate your homegrown hero today. 1, 2, 3, 3.
Sport. What does it mean to us? For some, it's potential, a promise that we could be better, that the early mornings will be worth it, that we could be champions.
It starts with touch.
This Touch New Zealand event is proudly supported by Bunnings Warehouse.
Kia ora koutou and welcome back to the 2023 Bunnings Youth National Tournament here at Ngā Punawai, Õtautahi. We are here for our second to last final of the day on the live stream. The first four have been stunning. They just seem to get better and better each time. And the two teams involved in this game and the under-18 girls final for 2023 is Manawatu and Counties Manukau. Kev, what's your thoughts on what's coming up for this one?
Well, from what I believe, this is a bit of a replay of last year's under-16 girls final. So I think Manawatu ended up getting up in that one. So Counties, they'll be looking for some revenge. And I think with what we saw in the Counties Whakaata game yesterday, Maya, it's hard to look past this Counties Manukau group. And they performed really well, and they used a real team effort to get across what was a pretty good Whakaata under-18 girls team. So potentially going off what I saw yesterday, I think I'm picking Counties to take this one. Yep.
I think I was talking to a lot of people after that game yesterday between Counties Manukau and Waikato, and a lot of them said, oh, that was a surprise result. Well, I think the Counties girls would say they're not surprised. They've just been dominating this whole week. They continued on after that game to win this morning's semi-final quite convincingly. And like you, Kev, I think they go into here probably being the favourites. Reece, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just looking down the Manawatu Girls list here, and I can see some pretty prestigious names here. Possibly the fathers, but I definitely know that Awatea Hepi, she'll be a bit of a go-to. The daughter of Uncle Eugene, and then you also go down to Omua. So a lot of these players, Yonke, a lot of these players in this Manawatu team have fathers or siblings that have played at a very high level. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go very, very well. In saying that, I did watch this Counties girls team dismantle a couple of teams yesterday, and they look very, very strong.
We see a referee group team from the modern generation there. The old school ones won't look at a camera. The new school ones, they can't get enough of the camera. So we've got another great team of referees led by Cameron Wooten. He's a hometown referee. We've got Mitchell Bailey and then Michael Buttery. Michael Buttery, the son of powerhouse of refereeing down in Otago, Simon Buttery, and his mum, who is absolutely the mum to many in terms of the way that she just ahis and just shares the aroha within that referee crew. Our first team out on the field is the Manawatu. Kev, if you want to take us through the names of the Manawatu team.
Yeah, we see the Manawatu under-18 girls team led by number 1, Maya Davis. In number 2, we have Mania Poto. In 3, Hepe. Wearing number 4 is Larson. And in number 7 is McIntosh. Number 8, Mahoney. And 9 is Yonke. Number 10 is Brown. 11, Reni. In number 12, we have Mahi Toro. In 13, Amura wearing number 14. Number 15 is Hillman. And rounding this team off, we have Jamie Tanoa wearing number 16. Coached by Portini Paiwai, assistant coach is Paige Lush, and manager Tanya Yonke. And that is your Manawatu under-18 girls team.
Coming deep out of South Auckland here, the county's Manukau side, the under-18 girls. We have Jones, Norman, Garrett, Whaakolo, Naika, Matariki, Finale, Kairea, McDowell, Riwi, Butler, Kasipali, Paketama, Sorensen McGee, Papali, Tubu, Thompson, Adams, coached by Dave Riwi, managed by Samantha Hunia, assistant manager Caitlin Bushell, and then the tour manager, who does a great job behind the scenes for Counties Manukau, Nina Naira.
I really like this part of the pre-finals. I know you're about to metaphorically go into war against the other team, and there's nothing more you want to do than beat them, but this just shows, as you said earlier, Reese, the values that we really instill within the culture of touch and the sport of touch to acknowledge your opponents, respect your opponents, and you respect them in the next 30 minutes on the field by playing as hard as you can.
You don't see this very often, and how you can go from being friends and as sisters and brothers and then straight into a battle, and then within about 5 minutes after the game you're back to being best buddies. And that's the beauty of our sport, being predominantly, I know it's touch, but it's a predominantly non-contact sport and anti-aggression, so it's the beauty of our sport, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to this battle here in this under-18 girls grand final. One
of the things that people wouldn't know that don't come to the Nationals is what happens outside. So just behind the grandstand whānau that you see at the top of our screens, you'll see all the teams mingling together, swapping shirts, swapping shorts, and trying to swap Twitter handles or whatever it is that it's called. And that's just a really cool thing, is trying to swap the shirts. I remember in the Thames Valley era, no one ever wanted to swap, and then we started winning and we could swap a few shirts here and there. The old bartering system was a Thames Valley singlet and shorts just for a pair of socks from somewhere else back in the days.
They're hot property now, I can tell you what. The Thames Valley right out of Pairua, those uniforms are hot.
Just the last huddle there from Manawatu as they get ready, just reconnecting together mentally, physically, before they go out and put their best performance out. They look zone cap. They look really ready to go, this Manawatu girls team.
Yeah, and there we see some smiles, just a little bit of confidence maybe given to them from their coach, Mr. Paiwai, and he's got a lot of experience when it comes to the coaching arena. He's been around the scenes for a wee while now, so he'll be looking to share his experiences through this Manawatu 18 girls team, and they'll be looking to keep their one-up finals record against this county's Manukau team. As we see Cameron Wooten on the screen there, Maya talked about him earlier, a little bit of a hometown hero here in terms of the referee sector, and just the smile on his face. He looks like he's ready to go as well.
I don't know if you could call him a hero, Kev, because when he refs out of Belfast, I can tell you what, he's quick in his car to get out of Belfast really, really quickly, especially when there's an east side battle happening. So I'm sure he'll do a great job here, as have the referees done all day. Folks at home, whānau, don't let those empty seats fool you. This place, Ngā Punawai, is jammed-packed and ready to roll.
I think it's quite an advantage that Counties won the toss and chose to tap off. I think just getting up early can settle your nerves and also put a bit of extra pressure that's already there on the Manawatu team. So if Manawatu can hold them out, that's really, really important. I think there's 3 key sets in a game, and this first set is the first key set, funnily enough.
Yeah, here we see the Counties Manukau girls tapping off to get the first crack at the line in this under-18 girls final. Very structured beginning, looking to come back to the centre of the field. They get a bit of a backdoor sweep to the middle, looking for a plus pass, a little bit of a bounce play there, looking to get on the outside of the defending middle, but stayed nice and square. Looking to come open side, went nice and early, a little bit of a two-step play there, but the link, she lifted off the line and she's able to effect the touch.
Whānau Taylor Norman, number 2 there for Counties. Watch for her. You're gonna see her with her hands on the ball quite a lot this game. She's got an incredible pass on her, just a flick of the wrist and it goes 20 metres. Manawatu, first good set, nice. 3 touches down onto the other end's 10-metre line as they centre it back up, getting ready for a try and score off the end of this set.
They look up for this, men. The Manawatu girls here, the under-18 girls here, they're looking for a play-off last. 3-3 potential play. Great communication. Looks for the quickie play, splits to the short side, hits the winger out of the right hand. Ball down. Unfortunate, but a great set of yards coming off a good defensive set. Coach Portini Paiwai running with the corner shutdown defence, and then they have an opportunity here on the wing. Let's see if it's close. Ooh, I tell you what.
I think she got it, boys? That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's ball down.
Wow. Who is this guy who jumped off the fence?
I'm off the fence, and here we go. Fortunate, as we know, though, it comes turnabouts in our beautiful game, so I'm pretty sure that the call will go back 1 or 2. They looked a little forward out of the hands. Yeah, well read, ref.
They're just not missing anything, are they, Reece? Just everything. But again, not to the point where it's to the detriment of the game. It's actually important for the quality that they're producing off the back of these calls and the standards that they're setting.
Especially through the middle of the field, and the basics and the fundamentals of our game. Yeah, every now and again there might be a tight call down on the goal line, which is happening really, really quickly, but Jan, these referees are on, that's for sure. And here we go, Manawatu. Cav, run us through this one.
Yeah, just a great extra pass there to get in behind the Counties Manukau flying defence. And this gives the Manawatu team the ability to have a couple of cracks at the line as they look to play towards a 33 setup, coming out to the link, looking for a potential Geordie play. No, they're looking to go back open, a 32 chuck. But maybe the wind playing a bit of a factor there as it just comes off the fingertips of the Manawatu attacker.
Yeah, not only is it playing a factor to the ball, but once again, we nearly had our commentary tent end up on the finals field. Thankfully, these big stakes keeping it down for now. As Counties make their way up the field a little bit more direct. Subs have just come on.
Yeah, here we see this combination of Garrett and Matariki. And yesterday when we were on the live stream commentating this game, they were really effective in the success that this Counties Manukau team had. So look for them in terms of as a unit or a combo as they enter the field.
Yeah, number 5, Miana, there for Counties. I butchered her name yesterday. I had to go and apologise, and she was very graceful and let me off. But she was amazing. She was the strike player for the Counties team yesterday against Whakaata.
Gee, they've got some good foot speed, these Manawatu girls. They're looking to run, and I think that might be the way to play against this Counties side as they come with 32 platform. It's actually a semi-short, tries to get into the end goal, and it's a good collapsing touch there. Very well played defensively there from Counties.
Yeah, they're looking to play with a bit of speed here as this Manawatu under-18 girls team, and we've seen a little bit of a collapse there with the Counties Manukau defensive line, so if they can get a bit of an early shift, this Manawatu team could open up this game and find some holes on their outside.
No bones about it, boys, that this is going to be a tight game if these first 4 minutes or anything to do. Counties come out of half. Yeah, their defence looks like it's on lockdown at the moment. Well played, Manawatu, as they work towards their box.
Both teams' first 3 touches are really, really good, but unfortunately on the 4th they tend to just be a little bit isolated and alone there, and they're having to stop that momentum and then try and find it again for the 5th touch. So I think if the coaches can get the girls to adjust that, then they'll be a lot more potent on their last touch.
Yeah, just trying to affect the downtime that there is with the ball on the ground. Obviously being quicker to half will give the attacking team more opportunity to try and create something against the defensive line, and in that aspect it was Counties Manukau who lifted really well on that outside to put pressure on that pass, and as a result they get a turnover about 10 metres off their line as they look to get to their sub box. Just a bit more direct here from the Counties Manukau team, and then they'll bring it across and find their subbers. And lovely work there by the number 15 there, Tiana Thompson. She was able to, rather than going 5 metres backwards where that touch looked like it was going to happen, she made a good 15 metres forward as we see a nice little extra and a pass through the hands, but unfortunately she couldn't get that chest pass out to the winger, and as a result Mitchell there, he calls a forward pass.
Yeah, once again the shutdown defense of Manawatu was on point. Link went, middle winger went, and they would have shut that play down and forced pressure on that pass, which has gone forward from a penalty. So here they go again, Manawatu. If they can put something on the back end of this set of 6 on attack, they could take a wee lead here, but as they come through the transition of the field through the orange zone, which is the middle of the field, Whānau, they look to drive on the last touch here, scoop back to the short side. It's going to end up in the end goal as the winger free, back towards the other middle, and the referee's going to call a holding call, Maya.
Yep, holding penalty just in the background, not on the player, the attacking player that had the ball, but on one of their supporting players. One of the Counties girls was just holding her, which didn't allow her to get into space, and therefore a great call by the referee, Buttery, to give Manawatu a fresh set.
Yeah, great injection of speed from Hepi as she came out of the box, and she gave that platform that allowed that opportunity to find that Counties Manukau player offside, and as a result they get a fresh set of 6 on their line as they look to set up a sweep play around the back. And she'll take her opportunity here, but great diving touch there. I think that was by McDowell at the link. And back out to the 7 come Manawatu.
I'd really like to see Manawatu maybe get a bit more, run a wee bit more with the ball and get the defenders to latch on and possibly a late cut or get it down and really cause some pressure on this collapsing defence. Unfortunate there for a mistake, but the idea was right to send the sweep around the back door and try and create numbers there.
Yeah, Davis just had eyes for the line there and potentially took her eye off the ball, and as a result, ball to ground, and that's let Counties Manukau off the hook here as they look to centralise their attack and get their subbers on. We can see Garrett really working to get to the middle of the field, powering forward. She'll be looking to something as we look to the combo there of Matariki and Garrett. Looking to pick to the short side, finding some space back to the open. A lovely left to right cutout ball. It's a race to the corner. Big dive from the winger, and she's able to make the touch before the Counties Manukau winger was able to get to the line.
Yeah, I think you'll find that she got her right on the boot there. Bunnings Warehouse replay. Off the left hand, beautiful pass off the left hand, and a diving touch. Yeah, right on the boot. Well played, good touch.
Yep, there's yesterday's superstar, Miana Matariki. She's so skillful and really, really beautiful to watch. Manawatu just worked their way up towards their attacking scoreline. This is a better set, coming in for the pick, running into the hole. Ooh, I think she would have got there if it was ball to hand. The Counties defender just was probably a half a metre behind the scoreline, so there's a bit of space in front of her. As we see, nice stride, 33 pick, just passes it short, couldn't quite handle it, but I think if she did, she would have been in.
I think the face said it all in that dive as well. I think she knew that if she caught that, she would have been in to open the scoring account, and it just looks like these girls are running so fast that the ball potentially is beating them to the body at the injection that they're putting on to trying to get to it, as we see Counties try to get into the end goal through number 2, Norman, but unfortunately she couldn't find her player on the outside.
Yeah, very well constructed there, and they're obviously it's obviously a plan of Counties to set a good set for the number 2 there, for her to be able to use her foot speed. Good looking athlete there from Counties.
Yeah, Taylor Norman, very sharp. Manawatu will want to get this area. The last couple of sets they've headed towards their sub-box. It's been looked a little bit like bees around a honeypot. So they probably want to be a little bit smoother through there, get their flow on to the 4th touch. We see some good draw and pass. We're probably going to get a pass back inside, are we? Yep, great catch. Defender couldn't quite get there. And there's our first try, ladies and gentlemen, of the game. Oh, what have we got here?
I actually think also that was touch, so very, very risky. Oh, here we go, lads. Mai, you're going to have to talk us through this one as an official, my friend.
Yeah, I'm just assuming I know what that call is. It's for a phantom touch, a touch that was called that didn't actually occur. And I think it's not this one here, but the pass goes here, and we see that diving player from Counties. And look, I'm never going to guess from this point, and I'll never call anyone out. But obviously, referee Wooten believed that touch wasn't quite made. He's gone back to ask the player if she made the touch. She's obviously said she did, and he said you didn't, so you need to have a rest. So what that means, unfortunately, is Counties Manukau will be down to 5 players, or should be down to 5 players at least. I'm just looking on the field. Yep, so this is going to be for 6 on, ironically for 6 on. You're supposed to have 6, but when they're in the sin bin, they should be down to 5. So one of the Counties players, you see, can make herself off. And Manawatu, this will be the 2nd position. So 4 positions of play before that Counties Manukau player can come back on.
Well, what an opening 10 minutes, and it was all happening there in that minute of play, wasn't it, as we see Manawatu probably looking to extend their lead here. You know, we talk about that 2 touchdown buffer in our game, so they'll be looking to get 2 ahead, as we see Hepi trying to control the play, looking for a wraparound, throws a bit of a dummy, and I think that's number 15, Kayla Hillman. She gets the 2nd for Manawatu.
Might have got the nasty graze on the hip there, Reese.
Doesn't matter when you're playing for a gold medal. This is just a beautiful play. They look to come down the lane on the dingo play, or the ML, they call it an Aussie, and they're, as a live player, over red defence, and bang, in you go.
Yeah, just trusted that the work that happened there off the ball, was able to throw that bit of a dummy, hold that link defender up enough that she was able to dive in and extend the lead here by another touchdown. So Manawatu, they go out by 2-0 here, but Counties Manukau, they've looked sharp when they've been down here. They managed to get into the in goal. It's just finding that open player. So we see this combination again of Matiariki and Garrett. They'll be looking to give something back here on the scoreline for Counties Manukau. Coming out to the left edge, nothing really happening, looking to come back open. A bit of a show and a go, she's got speed, but that closed down pretty quickly as the tail defence there, I think that was by number 1 Davis, was able to make that touch on the scoreline.
You've got to be very careful here when you think you've got an overlap every single time, and on defence you've got enough numbers. Sometimes teams that are down to 5 grow that extra leg and are able to pull away, and quite often you actually see a team of 5 against 6 score. So hopefully Counties can get back in this game, but Manawatu with a very strong lead with 3 minutes to go in this half, 2-0.
Manawatu, this Counties, the last set, they'll need a D before they can get back to 6 on 6. Ooh, nice pass out to the winger, number 7. Oh, what a pickup. There was a deflection off the Counties defender there, but Manawatu was sharp, reacted really well, and was able to pick that ball up, Kev.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the inside player, and I thought her reaction was that it actually had gone to ground, and it's just come off the elbow, and then all of a sudden, there we go. Right place, right time. Number 10, Brown. She's able to get that deflection, and there we go.
Great skill set. You know, it's hard enough to catch those kind of inside passes as it is, but that to be deflected and you still get a clean pair of hands on it. Beautiful work. Gee, these under 18 girls are showing it how it's done.
I haven't seen Counties under pressure this whole weekend, so this will be a real interesting test to see where they're at, what type of resolve they have. 3-0 down. There's a whole half to go and 2 minutes left in this one, but they haven't been under this type of pressure, so it'll be interesting to see what they do from here.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see them play with the confidence that we saw them play with yesterday. At the moment, they just look like the pressure situations that Manawatu are putting on them. It's just not helping their composure on the scoreline. So I think if they can just find that patience, they'll be able to get back into this game, no doubt about it. It's just about clawing it back one at a time, and if they get the momentum going into the half here, like, it's a completely different feeling than a try being scored on you. So we'll look to see what Counties Manukau can do here with the 3 touches that they've got remaining.
Reece, I'm sure in this last minute and a half, as a coach, you'd be thinking about what you're going to say at half-time to the Counties. If you're in the Counties spot, what would that be?
Yeah, well, they've only let one in since he's gone in the sin bin, so, you know, I'd be really encouraging them about how hard they've been working just with 5. They'll be back to 6, and just to keep working in 15 minutes to pull back 3 tries is easy in this game. It can happen just like that. So just to stay nice and composed, they're going to get a crack here with the last minute of play here, Counties. If they can get one here with 5, I'm not too sure if they're back to full complement. Yes, they are. There are a chance here to tighten up this gap.
Yeah, I'd like to see McDowell take a little bit of control in this set. We saw her yesterday, created a lot of opportunities, as we see there, just the patience she has on her vision of her pass, and unfortunately it's been called forward. But I'll be looking to her in the second half to really make an impact on this game.
Yeah, angle plant there from the Counties player, unfortunately. One or two will be happy that they didn't drop their lead. They'll be just trying to get through this set, take their time, be accurate, don't push the pass. 14 seconds to go. They want to hand the ball down on the Counties Manukau defending 7-metre line. As we see coming in for a drive. Dummies to the number 2 from Manawatu, goes inside. Looks like it could have been a bit forward. The Hooters right on its way, I imagine. This is our last touch, we'll see. And there it is. So 3-0. It is a commanding lead at half-time, but we did have that sin bin, and that unfortunately gave Manawatu the opportunity to score some tries, and they took that opportunity. So going into half-time, Manawatu lead 3-0.
Well done, team. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good work. Yes, good side step. Excellent. Working forward. Well done. Well done, team. Good. For Bunnings Homegrown Heroes, but mahi never stops. Thanks, mate. Okay, team, come on in. Let's go. Let's huddle up. Bring it in, guys. Nominate your homegrown hero today. 1, 2, 3.
sport. What does it mean to us? For some, it's potential, a promise that we could be better, that the early mornings will be worth it, that we could be champions.
It starts with touch.
Nau mai hoki mai e te whānau ki tēnei o nā rā whakamutunga o tēnei whakataitai o nā taihui o te motu e pāna ki te kēmu pā, te pāwhutu pōro ki Õtautahi, ki roto i te rohe o Waitaha, nai tuahuriri, te hapū, nai tahu te iwi, kāti māmoe te iwi whānui nā reira e te iwi, tēnei te kēmu whakamutunga, te whiringa toa o nā wahine o nā taiohi te kaumā waru, nā reira e mihi ana ki a koutou katoa. Just going through the try lights here. Manawatu have kicked away to a strong 3-0 lead over Counties Manukau in this under-18 Girls Grand Final of the Bunnings Warehouse Youth National Championships. Manawatu probably coming into this game, this final, as the underdogs. Maya, how have you seen it so far?
Yeah, I've seen glimpses of, for counties, Norman, Mataariki and McDowell, but they definitely haven't been as dominant as they were yesterday. And I think if counties are to come back into this game, then those three girls in particular are going to have to lead them through it. So that's what I'm expecting to come out of counties, is for those three girls to really step up and lead counties back to closing down this gap at the moment. But Manawatu, very solid, very accurate, took the opportunity when they were 6-on-5 to score 2 tries, and that's what a good team does.
Yeah, I made that call at the start that I thought counties would have got on top of this crew, but I'm being happy so far to eat my words, and Manawatu are definitely proving me wrong out here at the moment, and they've really shown some fight in that opening half, and they've taken their opportunities that have come their way. But like I said, let's not count this Counties Manukau team out just yet. We saw the brilliance that they showed in the second half of their live stream game yesterday, so I'll be looking for those players that I mentioned in the first half to really take hold. And here's one of them there, Mataariki, setting a great platform for Garrett, who comes out of half, but a good defensive lift there from the Manawatu middle, and she was able to close that space nice and early on the pick there, and wasn't able to get to the outside was Garrett.
Yeah, pretty solid sets from both teams there for the first ones each. As Manawatu now come down past their box and their sub come on. This is a really good set here. Counties will need to make sure they get up and try and stop this touch in particular. Good direction given by the Manawatu player, telling the other player where to plant. Quickie, step back, throws it again. 50-50, steps inside. Whew.
Yeah, much better start defensively for Counties. That's 2 sets now where they've held Manawatu out, who tapped off the second half, and now they get into their work on the yardage package, where they're looking to get to the middle of the field and really open up this. No shepherd there, as there was enough room for the defender to make that space, and they rock it down the field. Counties look like a much better team initially in this first minute of the second half.
Yeah, good set here by Counties. Kev, what do you think they'll probably run into here? Taylor.
Yeah, we saw Norman in the first half get into the end goal, and she'll be looking for that there, but just unfortunately lost track of the touch count. But she looked threatening there. Like that's a real worry sign there for the Manawatu girls team. If Norman can get on the back end of some of these platforms that are being laid for her, and she could be a real threat and get this Counties Manukau team back in the game. Yeah,
Manawatu here. No score is unsurmountable, but if Manawatu score here, it could be quite. They've tried to go through the dummy half touch, so Counties really should be the next team to score here. I know it's still a few 12 minutes to go, but critical that Counties get themselves back in this game.
Yeah, they find a bit of an extra pass there to the winger going down the sideline, and that's what you want, the direct yard. Look at the impact that made, and it gives time for the subbers to get to that centre of the field. I think they need to keep going forward, though. They don't want to go so lateral. They did so well to get that forward momentum, and now they're just looking for their players to come on, and there we see McDowell. She just looks to calm things down, looking to get through. Bit of a pass. There's some numbers out on the wing here, looking to go back inside, but great scrambling defence by the Manawatu Girls.
Don't blink, Whānau, this could happen. This could be all over very, very quickly with 11 and a bit minutes to go. Manawatu with a good defensive set there, looking to work towards their transition and their sub-box. Just watching their game, they're very clinical on what they do here and very well trained, so full credit to the management staff, in particular Portene Senior, and what he's been able to do with his girls here with the 3-0 lead. And here they go again, Manawatu with a draw feed. Great defensive scramble by Counties there. Last touch coming.
Yeah, other than some handling errors on the scoreline, just the completion rate of both of these teams being able to get from one end of the field to the other is just a testament to probably why they're in this position in the 18 Girls final. And we just saw on screen there number 12, Hera Mahi, and her work through the field has been magnificent. She's been able to pick up those extra yards, and even on defence she's been able to close space, create those opportunities for the Manawatu team to shut down this county's attack. So one of those unsung heroes that, while she may not be on the ball at the attacking end, it's what she's doing off the ball that's helping this Manawatu's team in their success so far.
Good positioning there by the Manawatu number 12 defender. Just got in the passing lane of the scooping Counties player, so she couldn't pass it back into the number 5 Matiariki for Counties, but looking a lot more threatening than the first half. Solid set here as Manawatu work the ball away from their defensive scoreline. Got some subs coming on. This probably just going to be a set where they want to hand the ball over down on the 7-metre line, unless they can get in behind the defence here.
And Nach, a few of the Counties Manukau team, I believe that what we're seeing here from Manawatu is they're looking a little bit cramped when they're getting to their transitional area, so if they're able to take advantage of being able to get up and press and stop that transitional zone of Manawatu, then it's going to give them a few more touches down on their scoreline to be able to create opportunities.
Yeah, obviously, like as a coach, you want to really try and draw that extra last 10% out of your girls in this case, and their legs have got to be weary, and sometimes it just comes down to a bit of attitude. Although they got down into the 10-metre line of the Manawatu half, really they want to be getting further down there so they can play off that last touch. It's got to come from the likes of Norman, Garrett, Matiariki as well. So hopefully those girls can get on the ball and create something for their province.
Both teams look like they're playing a bit safe. They look like they're playing much safer. They're not really expressing themselves, doing anything dynamic, just taking their touches up the field and getting to a 33 drive at the end with a pick and see what happens. I really think Manawatu can probably afford to do that, being up by 3. But if Counties are going to get back into this, I think they need to throw a surprise or just be a little bit more aggressive in their attack.
Yeah, this is better rucking from Counties Manukau as they pick up a penalty, and they'll be able to have a fresh set of 6 here inside the Manawatu half. I've been really pleased how the girls have just let the ball fly. They've played a great expansive brand of touch in this 18 Girls final, as we just see McDowell passing it back into Jones, looking to set something up in the middle. They go to a same way quickie, looking for the same side, checking back, looking for numbers, right to left over the top. Good chase out there from the Manawatu winger. Was able to stop the Counties Manukau team being able to cross for their first on this left-hand side. Comes back to Jones, McDowell in at half. She normally has heaps of time looking for that short pass over the top, and the Manawatu defence were just able to get in between the player and the ball player there, and made it a little bit tough to see the vision of where the player was, and as a result, good touch from the Manawatu defensive crew.
Yeah, Manawatu running with a corner shutdown defence, so taking away the shorter side and having your stronger, the better numbers with the 3 defenders shutting in. What they're doing is they're forcing a longer pass, and the wingers are making great reads. So Manawatu really have the defensive system in place as they go on attack here. Looking for a dive. Yeah, good touch there by the leg Counties.
I feel like Manawatu are getting a lot of success in terms of opportunity to attack the scoreline by the width that they're playing at. They're not afraid to let the ball go. and we can see that when they're receiving it, they're already on the outside of some of these Counties girls defenders. So testament to their skill sets and the trust that they have in being able to really let that ball go.
Really good set of D here from the Manawatu team so far. That's a 5th touch, and Counties still haven't quite got her halfway. As you see the Counties player do a nice scoop. Number 3 there from Counties, Emerson. She's actually been really good, and she's probably the main scooper in the team we've seen so far today. But good set of D from Manawatu.
Yeah, look, don't take anything for granted. When those girls had to run that 5 minutes with just 5, the majority of the time it was Garrett, Matiariki, the likes of Norman, and also Thompson that were out there trying to do a lot of the mahi, and unfortunately now that they're back to 6, these legs are very, very weary, but let's see if they can get one here and get back in this game.
Yeah, I haven't even noticed, but we're almost into the last 6 minutes of this under-18 girls grade final. It's just gone end to end since the second half has begun. No team's been able to break the other team's defensive lines as of yet within the second half, so will we see it here from Counties? They get a bit of a sweep around on the link, and we talked about it earlier that these are the type of players for Counties Manukau we wanted to see involved, and Matiariki is able to cross for Counties' first score here in the second half.
There we go. Miana right there, we talked about her, and Garrett and the code. There he is, it's Garrett at dummy half. Yeah, ball down, beautiful try, foot speed, got it down, didn't ball slam it, just made sure she got the point for her province 3-1.
Yeah, you could see why she probably come up a little bit sore. Full stretch, absolutely full stretch, and she needed every centimetre of that. 3-1, yep, becoming a bit more of a contest, Jeep, as the second half has raced by. We've only got 5.5 minutes left. There was a timely hit back from Counties. They want to have a stop here and then go down and score. Good defence, just 5th touch here. Get back connected, lift up together as one crew. Have each other's insides as we see Manawatu just cutting back. Ooh, unfortunate there for Counties. They did so well for the first 5 touches, and unfortunately fresh set for Manawatu.
Yeah, let off the hook here. Manawatu, they'll get another set of 6 on the line. Goes to a quickie play, looking for a dive. Great effort there by the number 13 from Counties Manukau to shut down the time and space that the number 15 from Manawatu had there. Raced off the line to make that touch. Yeah,
3 defenders there putting their body on the line. They want to get back in this Counties. They need a defensive stop here.
The link. She's demanding that she's made the touch. She's helped out her middle there, and once again being able to stop this Manawatu attack. Looking to come back to the middle. Same type of setup. Looking to go outside foot.
Forward pass, I thought it was. The on-field referee didn't quite see it was, but the sideline referee had obviously passed that through the comm systems that the teams are wearing. Just this pass here was forward, as we quite obviously see there. So good support there from the sideline referee. Right call's been hit. Now Counties have a chance to work their way off their defensive scoreline.
Fundamentals of the games, men, like from dummy half, take that step forward. Unfortunately, that would have been 4-1, and that could have almost been the national championship right there. But if Counties are able to get a point here, momentum will swing, and they'll get right back in this. Counties girls looking to, they got their strike players out there again now.
This is going to end up being a scoop for McDowell, I'm thinking.
Yeah, Jones on the ball now. Feeds, opportunity out of half, off the right hand to the winger. And there you go, lads, I've just called it. 3-2. Counties after the forward pass down the other end for out of dummy half. They've got it down the field, and here we go. Kev, talk us through this.
Yeah, we talked about McDowell yesterday. She just looks like she has so much time on the ball, and I actually thought the middle short ball was on there, but she proved me wrong and threw a great right to left over the top, and she's brought this game to within 1.
The communications from the drop-off committee have been pretty quiet this game, but they're finally starting to see a bit of excitement come from the box there.
Yeah, well, I thought it was actually our catering coming into the commentary team here, but it's actually, I think I can smell a drop-off coming in here. Counties with a defensive stop, I guarantee it'll be their best yardage package they put together, and hopefully they can get one off the back end. Manawatu, although, looking to possibly put this game away with a try here. It's a 32 platform with a pick, heading infield, gets into the in goal. Players looking to free themselves up with the winger. Boom! Manawatu in the corner from the scoop off a 32 platform, and the winger, number 7, scores with ease. And there you go, there's a big smile from Portene Senior.
great work from the Manawatu team here. As we see, number 10 went through. All the counties players unfortunately didn't stick to their mirror policy, and everyone fell off and tried to cover for their inside person, which meant the winger was left open for an easy try and for Manawatu to go out to a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, maybe a breakdown in communication there on the scoreline for Counties Manukau, as they probably should have closed space on that Manawatu attack, but we saw Elizabeth Brown in the first half take her opportunity off a deflection, and she was able to slice through on the in goal and find that open player, McIntosh, in the corner, and that's the 2 touchdown lead that you want. Is we see Norman looking to find something in the Manawatu defence, but just playing nice and patient, but time is not on their side. They'll want to try and get one quick here to get one more opportunity on the back end of the next set, but potentially last touch option, and they try to kill it in the corner, and Manawatu will just look to close this out here, I think, but they won't want to just rest on being up 4-2. They want to get field position, want to make sure they complete this set, and we can see just the relaxed stance of Ports there in the box, probably just making sure that his girls make sure they get down the other end of the field.
Yeah, this has definitely been the better game that I've seen these Manawatu girls play this under 18s, and the deserved finalists, but underdogs at the start. But here we go, and they're in again. They've really just solidified their position in this game, and with 5-2 with 50 seconds to go, Portene Senior, you can go to the medal table and grab your gold medal, my man, because your girls have done a great job here today, and your systems you have installed have come off. And unfortunate for counties, but this has been a very, very well-drilled Manawatu side here in this final.
Yeah, they took about moments in games, and unfortunately that phantom call really was what decided this game. Not only was it that touchdown there, but then the 2 that followed it as a result of being down to 5 that counties were, and then you talked about it, Reece, the amount of energy taken out of the legs, that through that 4 sets that counties had to defend, they took a lot out and they just couldn't quite claw it back. As we see here, McDowell still going all the way to the end. Beautiful pass, nice pick up, another pass, and off to the winger, and might be a little bit too late, but again, no one's giving up. 5-3, the hooter goes at the end of the under 18 girls final for the 2023 Bunnings Youth Nationals. Just another amazing game, and I just love seeing the teams are just so exuberant, so excited, so stoked. It was all worth it. I'm sure that's what they're thinking. Well done to the Manawatu girls.
100%, and I know Port Senior usually wears a hat to hide his grey hairs. I'm pretty sure he's just added a few more greys through that stressful final, but all worth it, I'm sure, as his girls have done Manawatu touch a very, very proud day beneath the Ruahine and the Tararua Rangers in the open plains there. Rangitane, tō koutou iwi, e mihi ana ki a koutou, anei o kōtero kua toa i tēnei whiringa toa, ki te whakataitau o ngā taurohi o te kemu pā, o te motu, e mihi ana ki a rātou katoa, hoki ki a koutou a Counties Manukau. Nā reira, e te iwi, we can't take it away from Counties. They've had a great tournament, Maya. These girls, they've been dismantling teams along the way, but as we know, anything can happen in finals, and we've just seen a great example of it. The Manawatu under 18 girls are now your official Bunnings Warehouse national champions.
Yeah, great result from Manawatu. Look, we did talk up the counties team quite a bit at the start, and that was off the opportunity of seeing them yesterday against the Waikato team, and I definitely thought leading into this they would, but the Manawatu team just solid, and it wasn't 1 or 2 or not even 3 players in the Manawatu team, it was the whole team. Really, really good yards, sometimes got a bit clustered in the box, but good finishes, great leg speed, good hands, great lines, and their defence, I think, by the end of the game just held together longer than counties. But congratulations both teams.
Yeah, 100%. I hope the management of Manawatu under 18 girls have got deep wallets. We're going to flick it over to a proud father, I might see him. Georgie, over to you, my mate.
Oh, kia ora koutou. I was just a bit stunned there. This is the hardest competition at this Nationals, the 18s girls. What it's taken to get here to this final stage with the grand final. I'm here with the champions, Manawatu. How's it feel, ladies?
A big relief. All our hard work has paid off, so really proud of all our girls and everyone on the field.
Yeah, super proud of all the girls, and all our hard work's finally paid off, and yeah, we're just super excited.
Oh, girls, you're no stranger to this. You've been in the finals before. You've had a bit of a break with the COVID. You guys are specialists in the under-16s, winning titles back in the day. How's it good to be back on the podium?
It feels so good. This was definitely one of our goals, so it's really good that we managed to pull it off and, repeat.
Yeah, it feels awesome to be back here again in the under-18s, and super proud of the girls again.
Nice work. I said it was the hardest competition for any of the grades. It was a real battle to get here. Talk us through the battle to get to this grand final.
We experienced a bit of hiccups along the way with one loss and a draw also, but I think just our courage and our consistency just really helped us get through.
Nice. And what did you think, Awatea Hepi?
I agree with Jada. That one was a bit of a struggle, just getting all our combos working together, but after we sorted ourselves out, we managed to gel well together, and we played.
Nice work. And you both got some NZ duties on the way, going over to Australia, is that right?
Yeah.
Nice. And you're very excited putting in the training there?
Yeah, definitely a lot of fitness.
A lot of fitness, very good. We saw the fitness is paying off out there. Congratulations to you both. You've done the proud province very, very proud for Manawatu, putting them back on the stage once again. Touch!
What a game. Thank you.
Well done, ladies.
This Touch New Zealand event is proudly supported by Bunnings Warehouse.